They may, I think, have slightly underestimated the complexity of the show. It is a hugely complex show, and I think maybe they kind of didn't quite get that.
After all, why would primitive Stone Age man waste his time shoving up that great lump of rock purely on the off chance that some alien spaceman might drop in? Pull the other one, Grandma.
So we made one special and one series, and then Michael Graeme saw how much it was costing him and pulled the plug. And they paid us for the 3-year contract, but not to make shows. And obviously we couldn't make shows for anybody else either.
Unfortunately, this programme has been the last in this series.
Although made in 1981, ITV repeated their one series until 1984. This was the Goodies' last regular exposure on British TV.
That's a bit of a bombshell, isn't it, Tim, eh?
That's the end of the Goodies, basically, and now move on. Anticlimax.
Oh, there's rain, there is...
The comedy trio that had spanned more than 20 years came to an end, and Bill, Tim and Graeme parted ways to pursue different careers.
Split, Goodies split, read all about it.
Graeme devised the Radio 4 comedy panel show I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue in 1972, and along with Tim turned it into an award-winning national institution that's still going strong today.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue.
Graeme has also continued to write comedy, and both he and Tim make regular TV guest appearances.
Get the rib spreaders, I'm going in. I want the biggest, baddest bone saw in the building.
No, Reverend, you're too late. We've lost the patient.
No, you haven't. She's there, look.
No, the patient's dead.
Dead? Oh, I could have done more, much more, so much more!
A keen ornithologist all his life, Bill brought birdwatching to the masses in the 90s and has become one of BBC's most popular naturalists.
We have to learn.
But Bill the Goodie pops out every now and again.
I just remember that bit where that giant white cat knocked down the post office tower. Very good, Bill. Comedy classic.
This is not the appropriate time nor place to discuss the Goodies, all right? Do you realise it's our 30th anniversary? I mean, you'd think they'd show a few repeats, wouldn't you?
Right. Programmes such as Porridge, some others do have them, The Good Life, are repeated almost ad nauseam on the BBC. The Goodies has never enjoyed those endless repeats. I wonder why.
My views were such that when it had the chance of being repeated, I chose not to repeat it in the early stages, simply because the repeat transmission times that I had available to me weren't suitable for the Goodies.
One of the sad things is that we've never been repeated. But our stuff hopefully will be appreciated, especially the visual stuff, for a long time to come.
Goodies had 10 years at the top. They were an absolutely integral part of many people's childhoods, and that's why they're still thought of very fondly, and why I think they're ripe for rehabilitation now.
Name me another series that ran for 10 years, had 5 top 20 records and the top-selling book in the country for 3 years running. I'm not sure there's been any, frankly.
When I went back and rewatched it as an adult, I honestly thought that patches of each episode were absolutely brilliant.
Hat on!
It was 3 grown men giving themselves completely for the cause of stupidity, and I really admire that.
That was the fun of it, having a half-hour storyline, using the plot to lead people into strange sort of sidetracks that were unexpected.
Not all the gags stand up, but then not all the gags probably stood up back then. It's still as vibrant, it's still as enthusiastic, it's still 3 or 4 laughs a minute, which is, a pretty good hit rate.
It would have been really stupid of us if we didn't accept that kids like the show, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
I'm sure that a new generation of people, and maybe particularly kids, would be able to just pick up on it and enjoy it for what it is.
Personally, I think there's always been a lot of artistic snobbery with comedy that is construed as having family appeal.
I think they are one of the great comedy teams. I think The Goodies was a brilliant show. Its longevity and popularity shows that. And I think every child in Britain should have to recite the names of the three Goodies until they cry.
Got the right hair, the right voice, all I want's
a bit of fun.
I think it's a pity to brand it as a children's show. I think it stands up on its own.
You one empty baked bean tin. No luck then, eh? No. Perhaps if I polished it up, might be a bit more tempting.
And now for something completely
kids program.
I'm very, very sorry, but we haven't got any time for any more.
Oh, no, that's true.
It. Will do. And I personally have got to go and see a man about a blue tit. So, lads, see you again. Another 25 years, lads.
Bye.
Right. No!
See you.
Yep. What's going on?
What?
Graeme.
What's that?
Concrete!
They've entombed us again. Damn, I hate it when they do that.
What's happened, fellas? Oh, nothing much. It's just we're going to be stuck in here for the rest of our lives with nothing to do except watch old Goodies repeat. What?
I'm a teapot! 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 You need help in you don't understand. Everyone needs a friend. Goody, goody, goody. Here we come into town, getting up for the job. Show you what to do, so you can be a goodie too. Goodies, goody, goody, yum, yum. Goodies, we're coming for you. Goodies, goody, goody, yum, yum.
You'll fuse the main cable. Yes, it'll blow up the whole BBC television centre. BBC. Goody, goody, yum, yum.